Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. With all the threats of diesel prices going higher, being rationed on the East Coast, actually some places they're getting, some gas stations do not have it, but trying to finalize our preps, and that's what you should be doing. Do your best, make your list, prioritize what you have for money, and get what you need. Feed. A lot of people have animals, be it chickens, be it ducks, geese, whatever, sheep, goats, cows. We're not, most people, 99% of us are not self-sufficient in the sense that they could cut off all outside supplies and keep their livestock or their animals going. It's hard to do that. That's our ultimate goal as a prepper, because if things collapse, if the grid goes down, you're not going to have availability of feed from the feed store. So my next push for the next few months is, hey, how can I feed what I got, extend whatever limited amount of feed that I've purchased. So we are topping off our feed supply, and we go get it locally. This stuff is, most of it's grown and made right here and then mixed. This is cow. We bought the cow. We got the cow yesterday, took it over to the breeder. Hopefully the bull does its job, and in a few days or a week we get the cow here. It's a heifer, and you can see right here we're going to put it next to both houses so we keep an eye on it. And normally you want to be 100% ready. We are sort of ready, but it was such a good deal that fell in my lap. It was a blessing. We jumped on it, and probably a good thing we did, because a good milk cow right now is hard to find, even no matter what the cost is. So we were blessed to find this one. So what do? We have to buy feed, that's for sure. We supplement with what we got. Most people, if you have a large chicken flock, you might have to cut it down in a grid down environment just to be able to feed them all. If you free range them, that helps a lot. But every time you let them out of a secure area, anything can grab them, a fox, a hawk, so you risk losing. So be careful, especially if you have great breeding ones that they're good mamas, and no matter if it's sheep or goats or whatever, chickens, protect those better than just your average livestock, because your breeding stock is important to keep safe at all times. So what do we got here? We got 15 bags of each. Let's start with this. This is cow. This is only $12.50, and it comes with a great reusable sandbag, man. I love them. I have a million of these. Well, maybe not a million. This is what it looks like. Hopefully our new little heifer will like this. But $12.50. I think that's an excellent price. I don't think you can get that at Tractor Supply for $12.50. Next, this is chicken feed. Most of it's grown right here. He mixes it, and this is protein is 17%. The protein for the cow is 21%. Next, rabbits. Rabbits, I think, are the easiest things in a grid down event to take care of. First of all, they love grass, they love weeds, so you can really supplement with just a round bale of hay over winter for a ton of rabbits. But we do feed them a commercial grade pellet, and this is actually made in Newberry, so that's really close to us, not too far, Newberry, South Carolina. So trying to support local growers, because I want them to have as much inflow of capital to keep expanding their business. So if this feed is close by, I mean, if it's in Texas or Iowa, that's cool, but in a worst case event, this feed is not going to migrate after we fix things in the collapse all the way to my house. But Newberry ain't only a few hours away. There is a chance that I will get some of their feed after the dust settles in a grid down event. So my ideas of feeding during a roll or SHT event, definitely we feed this. What else do we feed? We use our push mower. We cut grass for the chickens. We cut grass for the rabbits. If you're going to cut grass for rabbits, they say do not use like an electric cutter on it, because it cuts it and spins it, and it starts that fermenting process. When the high-speed cut is made, it starts fermenting, then you give it to your rabbits. It's not good for them. I've done it in the past. I've lost no rabbits, but they say not to. So either cut it by a scissors, cut it by some type of swing blade instrument, or I just use my push rotary, and it does a great job. Has a basket on it, it collects it. So that green grass, that green clover is given to chickens, it's given to the rabbits, and now it will be given to the cow. So it'll get some green stuff. We have supplemented in the past using maggots. Take a 5-gallon bucket, poke some holes in it, elevate it off the ground, put some nasty stuff in it. If you butchered some chickens, if you got anything, catch some fish, anything, throw that in the bucket. Flies come, that's why the little holes are there, lay their eggs, they hatch, and what comes out? Those nice little crawling maggots. And they'll crawl down, and guess what? The chickens will learn just to stand over there, because when they're crawling out, they'll just right off the bucket. If not, they'll fall on the ground, and then the chickens will massacre them. That's disgusting in a sense, but guess what? That's protein. You're going to have to think way out of the box if you want to keep your animals alive, and I want to keep chickens alive. Rabbits, I think, are the easiest to keep because, first of all, they don't make noise in the morning if you got a rooster. They're much quieter than, even hens make a lot of racket when they're laying an egg or making some chaos down there. Rabbits are quieter, and they take up less space, and they're always secure. They're always in the cage. So chickens, we're going to feed them. We fed them minnows. Put the minnow traps in, get 20 or 30 minnows, throw them in there. They will devour them. They devour anything they can get a hold of. Little snakes, they will eat them. They'll chase them down and get them. Mice, they'll chase them down and get them. What else is there? There's all kinds of different flies that you can have and use their maggots. You can use worms. Either just throw them in there live. You can, dehydrate them and maybe save them for the winter. I'm going to have to really start thinking this through, because this might not be available. Or if diesel goes so far up in price, this stuff can go sky high. So our goal as a homesteader to be self-sufficient, but this is not self-sufficient. This is relying on someone else. So my ultimate goal is to get where I can grow everything. It's going to be work beyond human comprehension to even grow food for yourself to be self-sufficient. It's almost impossible. There's only probably 1 out of 100,000 people that could do that and set up now. That's why you have to keep setting yourself up to get off the grid, to get away from commercial feed. It's easier to do it now when you have the facilities to go to Lowe's and buy materials to make your process easier. So you're not just gonna, one day you're a computer guy on the computer, and then you'll say, well, if grid goes down, I'll just become a farmer and grow all this stuff. No, you need to have that infrastructure set up. How are you going to raise worms? How are you going to do this? You got to have that infrastructure set up now. So that's what we need to, me and Nate need to be really onto. Because I also want to be able to help people. We have 102 eggs in the incubator. How many are hatched now, Nate?
We got one incubator that's hatching right now. There's like 42 eggs in it.
Okay, so we'll show you that. Hopefully we have a good rate, but we'll show you that. We want to be able to take those baby chicks, use them for our own use, but also sell them. We want to be able to sell them so we can supplement this. So it's not even, we want to break even. No, we want to make a little bit of money so we can increase our production. If we have the ability to push out more rabbits, we can help people. Yes, we can sell it to them, and by us selling it, they're going to be able to start their own rabbits, and this community will be able to get fed. If you're not thinking community feeding, you're wrong. Because if you think, oh, it's just me, when all these people get hungry, they're going to look at you. So you got to have an answer. It takes a lot of good people in a small area to survive what's coming. It's going to be community. What can I give you and what can you give me? And it's beneficial to both of us, and our survival rates just went up. Our community survival rates just went up. So we got to unload this. You might not have any animals. Start thinking about it. Time is short. To get good quality chickens, to get good quality rabbits, you're going to have to hunt and peck, spend some money, get some cages. It's a decision you're going to have to to face. My decision was, what did people do 200 years ago? In the South, every family raised a pig or two. That's just how it was. So, stay positive, do what you can. Thanks for watching.